Här kommer kanske ett avgörande definitivt när Junior inte tar sig förbi.
Hey, yo, come on, man. What are you doing? You're right, it's unacceptable. It's a red card challenge from myself. Okay, I know it was bad, but you didn't have to quite go that far. I've gathered you all here today to inform you that I'm suspending myself. In fact, no, I'm retiring from refereeing duties. Bro, come on. It was a good challenge and everything. We literally won the game. You don't have to. I hereby arrest myself for crying out loud. Yo guys, it is your boy Newman here, and you are watching FTW. This of course is the series where I bring to you the best and more frequently the worst of what football has to offer during the last 7 days. What's been kicking off in the world this week? Basically, every member of the UK government.
Tory.
There's been more resignations than a Watford boss scrapbook this week. It sent Parliament into chaos here in the United Kingdom and led to the Prime Minister Boris Johnson resigning from the role. 486 scandals and one broken child later, and we're finally free. But who takes over, I hear you ask? Big Sam as caretaker? Kevin Davies as Chancellor? Now, can I get your thoughts on this one, Prime Minister? Yeah, I'm definitely thinking a bargain bucket. Mr. Prime Minister, please? I've never seen a man attempt to cling on to a job like this before. He held on like his bills are in urgent need of paying. A mortgage, maybe? Child support? Well, he'd need to know who his children were for that to be the case. From one man abandoning a sinking ship to another, though, now, as Cristiano Ronaldo wants out of Manchester United. He supposedly informed new boss Erik ten Hag that he doesn't intend to take on the season at Old Trafford. He had choice words for the Dutchman when he asked him to be involved in their pre-season tour.
You can if you like, but I won't be there.
This man saw the Europa League tweeting about his club and it's tipped him over the edge. He's gone on strike, for God's sake. He put out an interesting cry for help on Instagram, it's fair to say. And here we can see him accepting his plaudits after taking United from 2nd to 6th. Now, to be fair, I mean, let's be honest, he saved them a lot last season. Erik ten Hag's come in and he's the 4th best on-the-ball player at the club. He has to get out of there. Now, I spoke about Instagram, actually, and this post came about suggesting that Big Ron was unhappy with a pay cut he'd be taken for the club not making the Champions League, and it was liked by, for fuck's sake,
what are you doing? What are you playing at?
What? This guy is actually so unprofessional. Here we can see Harry Maguire as captain, getting Cristiano to dedicate to the Europa League.
Because I've been here before. I'm a professional. This is what I do.
If you asked him to sing the Europa League anthem, he couldn't do it. And so it seems as though Chelsea may well be in for him. A club definitely higher in quality at least, but he'll be in for a shock when he thinks he's escaped Scott McTominay only to see Danny Drinkwater in training. Poor N'Golo Kante is getting that number 7 shirt ripped off him. Now, it would be a £17 million deal, allegedly, and the reports as well of Barcelona launching a shock bid offer. Here we go again. With what money, lads? He's gonna turn up and have to engrave the contract into stone because their pen budgets ran out. Either way, it looks like he's leaving. Anthony Martial's gassed at the thought of more game time, only to be sold to Rapid Vienna next week. Luke Shaw can now concentrate on what he wants to get at the canteen now that there's no dessert ban.
I'll have 2 number 9s, a number 9 large, a number 6 with extra dip, 2 number 45s, 1 with cheese.
And we have an exclusive here of Cristiano's goodbye video to the United fans.
I'll say this directly to Man United fans, just lower your expectations, man. You're not a decent club anymore. You're not going to challenge for the title. It's the hope that kills you. So look at Arsenal. They have no hope. Their fans are having a lovely time.
They're happy as Larry, aren't they?
They're having a gorgeous time.
And I mentioned potential United and Barcelona dealings. The saga of Frankie de Jong is still very much ongoing. Less so from United's side, actually. This time it's on Barca, who owe the Dutchman £13.7 million in wages. They can't afford to keep him because they can't afford his wages, and they can't afford to sell him because they'd have to pay him the outstanding amount of his wages. How do you even get yourself into this predicament? If the Barcelona chairman tries to buy a pint of Estrella, his card gets declined. They signed Andreas Christensen from Chelsea on a free and don't even have the money for a real photographer. This thing's in 144p. They sold all their 4K cameras. They've just got Martin Braithwaite on a Motorola flip phone. And say cheese. I can't wait to see the graphics they're going to use for Rafinha's announcement. At Manchester United, and supposedly Erik ten Hag is not happy with the squad after the first week of training there. Frankie de Jong's going to see this and pretend he's asleep during the medical. Hannibal Mejbri was enjoying training, having only took touched the ball 4 times, but snapped Phil Jones in half in the process.
This is what he does!
Andreas Pereira was trying to get into the training ground for another pre-season Pirlo run out.
Open the door!
Meanwhile, Luke Shaw was just happy there was no bleep test involved. There's good news though for Liverpool fans this week, as the club announced that Mo Salah had signed a new deal to stay on at the Reds till 2025. The Egyptian has been the centrepiece of an 18-month stalemate to sign a contract, but it is now done.
It's amazing how quick things turn.
Mo himself seemed pretty happy with the 350k per week, and they almost burnt down Twitter with the teasers for this one, with a cryptic laughing emoji coming from Mo's agent and the official Liverpool account passively aggressively replying. The clapback tweets were truly about to get out of hand, but in the end it all went well, and Mo posted this on his Insta story.
I'm not fucking leaving!
Now, this deal would have seen Liverpool representatives travel to Mykonos, where Mo was on holiday at the time. Let's be real, they were getting distracted on the island. No, Harry, not again. FSG weren't keen on spending so much originally. This may well take a toll on their bank balance, giving Mo £167 million a year.
Should we have spent so heavily in the past? Probably not, but we lived the dream.
But the contract reflects a big difference to what Michael Edwards was offering, being about 15 yen and a dairily dunker last season. Mike, this is Japanese currency. What am I gonna do with this? Fucking Elmo, you're hard to please. Pep Guardiola's over the moon, knowing that Liverpool are still title contenders.
More than you believe, I'm happy.
You aren't showing it.
I'm so happy, believe me.
And look, listen, I love Mo, and the fact that he's signing a new deal, given Sadio Mane had already left, is great for us. There is a slight bit of concern, given how Aubameyang's new contract went for Arsenal that time, but Mo is still at the top of his game, so I think this will be a positive for everybody. Now, former Liverpool man Raheem Sterling will not be staying put this summer, having agreed a deal with Chelsea to move to Stamford Bridge. He's already had an influence on the Blues in the past, and the Daily Mail have already got their headline for the story ready to go. Jamaican man from Jamaica, Raheem Plantain Sterling, expected to contribute to London City knife crime after selfish big money move to further steal from the poor. Can't wait for him to get the Chelsea FIFA treatment, being downgraded to about 79 overall. That alone might make him want to stay at City and fight for his place with Erling Haaland.
I'm not gonna sit here and bullshit here. He's a bigger opponent than me, obviously, but I'm up for any fucking challenge. Bring it on.
Mate, if Raheem signs for Chelsea as well, Callum Hudson-Odoi might as well be relegated to being a ball boy. Meanwhile, up in North London, and Antonio Conte is continuing to make moves in the transfer market, signing Everton forward Richarlison for £60 million. 60 mil!
I ain't got that sort of money.
But listen, he did save Everton in fairness, hence Frank Lampard is probably not best pleased with the deal. At least the fee makes us rich. Arlison, am I right? Nah, but for real, we're absolutely fucked, lads. Who's Alex Iwobi gonna misplace passes to now? To be fair though, it is a great match for Richarlison. He's even already got himself on Instagram stories to beef with Arsenal fans. It's a shithousery award for the Brazilian international. Plus him and Kane can do up synchronized diving together. Ah, my spleen. Richie, please, we're trying to sort out personal terms here. But quite evidently, this deal has drained Tottenham financially, as Antonio Conte was spotted on a Ryanair flight.
What do we think of Tottenham?
Now, Romelu Lukaku has officially gone back to his childhood club, Inter Milan, after a loan deal from Chelsea was finalised. He's announced that he'll be wearing the number 90 shirt for the campaign, which represents the £100 million original fee minus the £10 million loan fee to make it 90 mil. Say less. It's also the amount of touches he needs to take before he can trap a ball properly as well. At PSG, and Maurizio Pochettino has finally been let go by the French champions, and he's the first manager to ever be sacked by one of his own players. Right now, Maurizio, welcome to my office. Hey, this is my office. Yeah, you gotta go, G. This is the slowest sacking in football history. This guy's been getting fired since October, and they're using fax machines for their P45s. They've got all the money in the world, but clearly their photocopy has been done out since 2020. I don't think you understand how bad losing League On was. Like, just generally speaking. Let alone to like, shouts Lille, but they're kind of on a bit of a shoestring budget in comparison. And it's mad that this is PSG's biggest flop, and Maurizio Pochettino. In South London now, we've got this tweet of someone spotting Rihanna in Crystal Palace. Now that is a sensational signing from the Eagles, I've got to say. Alright lads, we've got a man down. Fuck's sake, Ree, please. And on the same week that Chris Brown was performing Wireless, that's got to be violating a restraining order. Leeds United have signed yet another ex-Red Bull Salzburg player and American in the shape of Tyler Adams this week. Him and Jesse Marsh are going to be motivating the squad together.
Fight! and win!
Meanwhile at Man City and Erling Haaland's Instagram stories are incredible. This guy just doesn't care, man, at all. I'm surprised he even passed the capture test when he had to log into his account. Meanwhile, on a podcast in his native land, Swedish winger Dejan Kulusevski told a story of him missing an open goal on the final day of the season against Norwich.
Alltså en kille kapar mig. Jag kommer fri, jag bara abo, ska jag lägga mig? Han kom för rött kort, vi kommer spela med en man mer. Men jag bara nej, jag måste göra mål. så jag bara abo, det här är fett hetsigt. Jag gillar inte att ha öppet mål.
Nej, för då är det mycket tankar.
Exakt.
Man kan bara
och publiken här, vet de här gimme, de är precis framför mig. Så jag bara nej, andas, lugn och ro, du vet. Vänd, jag tar min tid, jag har öppet mål, men jag tar min tid. Så jag ser sån, jag ser min lagkamrat sån. Han bara passar bollen. Behöver göra ett mål för att vinna skytteligan.
Nej!
Det är skyttemålet, du ska passa. Då jag fastnar med foten.
Nej.
Så bollen rullar och det blir ett mellanting och sen de rensar.
Nej!
Det är vad fan håller du på med?
Meanwhile at Burnley, and there's a story that Dale Stevens found out he'd been released by the club on Twitter. Here he is reading a text from the admin on the morning of.
Hope you get hit by a bus today, you fucking wanker.
I can't lie, this is actually quite deep. Can you imagine finding out you'd lost your job online? Now then lads, Michael Owen's daughter is still on Love Island, so what's kicking off there? Well, Castro Moore's happened and she's not doing anything lads, I'm not gonna lie. I can't even, that's literally Granit Xhaka. Arsenal fans are going to be getting emotional watching him 2-foot another Islander into the swimming pool.
He wins that ball so much.
And you know what actually, I know someone else unemployed that they could get into the Villa right now. And trust me, his mate's going to go wild in the hideaway. Real Madrid striker Karim Benzema posted this picture on his jet on Twitter, only to show somebody's big toe in the corner, and it's not a man, that's all I'm saying. It's now been deleted, but he's going to have fun explaining that one in an interview.
Thank you very much for this, for giving me this. My wife and my girlfriend, my wife, sorry to say, I love you so much.
This guy's scoring in the Champions League and scoring off the pitch as well. Nah, babe, listen, I swear down, yeah, that's actually Vinicius' top. At Barcelona, and they tweeted out this picture with the caption, purely talent. It's a shame they cropped out Sergi Roberto. I would not have that personally, Sergi. Back at Real, and French midfielder Eduardo Camavinga is not enjoying this catwalk whatsoever. Do they think I'm Dominic Calvert-Lewin or something? In Italy, and we've got a sequel to the Venezia tweet that we saw in last week's FTW, saying that they were unfortunately joining TikTok. Well, it would seem as though TikTok actually reached out to them, asking them to take the tweet down, but through the medium of TikTok dancing. Atalanta midfielder Martin Derone was told to post a nice picture of him away on holiday, so he whipped out his editing skills and made it happen. I can confirm I was also there. In the Netherlands now, and what is better than one acrobatic, unbelievable goal in training? Two acrobatic, unbelievable goals in training. Staying on a Dutch theme, and Roda JC won a friendly match 22-1. We've got live scenes of their boss reacting to them not keeping a clean sheet after the game. But now it is time for our goals of the week, and we have got some absolute classics here.
Heritage.
First up, and we go all the way to Iraq here, where we see an absolute screamer from the halfway line. In the Peruvian First Division now, and Jose Estrada scored this ridiculously classy flick up and volley against San Martin. But finally, again, we leave the best for last, because for me, we've got a Puskas Award winner here in a J-League match from Everaldo. Listen, just take this one in, because it's absolutely outrageous. Now, in the same game, and not quite the same level of goal here from this Kashima Antlers defender in Ghana, and they've announced 4 new players will be representing them from an international level this week alone, including Iñaki Williams and Tariq Lamptey. How are you signing players on an undisclosed fee as an actual country? These lot have had a better transfer window than Manchester United, and they're a national team. Meanwhile, Fabrizio Romano was reporting on the future of Japanese centre-back Maya Yoshida and confirmed that he'd be going to German side Schalke instead of Trabzonspor, and he confirmed that even his wife didn't know about Trabzonspor. This man would probably marry a footballer, in fairness, if it meant getting a transfer exclusive. Here we go! Hello all, and welcome to The Beautiful Game, the segment where we take a look at the poetic and brilliant side of the game that we love. We are back by popular demand for yet more glorious beauty. I got no. Goodness gracious me! And that concludes the beautiful game. Closer to home, and Burnley definitely produced the best transfer announcement video of the week.
What the hell is this now? What else is going to happen here? He's here! We can't believe it!
Scottish side Partick Thistle have announced their new kit, and it's inspired by their quite divisive mascot. Personally, I would like them to burn this kit with immediate effect. Latvian side Riga were confused ahead of their European tie this week, thinking that Derry is in fact in Northern Ireland, which I can't imagine will go down well with the people of Derry. Meanwhile, actually in the Republic of Ireland now, and we've got this lovely goal coming from Shamrock Rovers.
Gaffney has the shot, and Gaffney from 25 yards, there doesn't appear to be any danger, and suddenly we have a goal.
Is this commentator at a funeral or something? Yep, I can confirm he's in the box. In Lithuania now, and it's bad enough as a defender conceding. It gets even worse when literal injury is added to the insult. I mean, this guy's been hitting the conkers so bad that his current kids don't exist anymore. We saw the worst futsal free kick routine last episode. Now we've just flatline got the worst free kick routine overall. In Tanzania, and a club called Gengahr won the Tanzanian Cup, only to go on and break it immediately by grabbing it too tightly. Still worth more than the Carabao Cup, let's be real. Down in USL League 1, and the goalkeeper for Greenville Triumph isn't going to live this one down anytime soon.
Oh my goodness. It's a free goal given to North Carolina FC.
In the Brazilian under-20 division now. And look, life as a midfielder can be confusing when all you're doing is looking out for a player in the same shirt as you. Yeah, I tell you what, lad, pass me the ball in 2 minutes when I'm actually on the pitch. In Uruguayan youth football, and this dog is definitely taking liberties out on the pitch. In Argentina, and Simone Benedetto provided probably the worst penalty of the year.
Vamos lá, Cássio. Benedetto. Well, we hope not.
And on the theme of penalties, over in Ethiopia, message to goalkeepers, please don't somersault yourself at attackers, whether you grab the ball or not. We have a clip revolving around a penalty again though now, this time in Malaysia, where a taker was getting taunted by the goalkeeper he was about to come up against before taking his spot kick. In the end, he dispatched the penalty and decided to violate the goalkeeper afterwards by showing him how he should have dived in the first place. It's a shithousery award for this Malaysian forward. Meanwhile, in South Africa, and this 15-year-old kid, clearly not feeling as if he's being challenged by his opposition, decided to pretend falling asleep whilst in possession of the ball. Yeah, look, it's another shithousery award. I don't care, I'll give them back to back. Now that it's time for the moment you've all been waiting for, because over in Romania, the new season is very much on the horizon for the Romanian Superliga, as it's now known. And during the last week, they had the draw for the league. I don't know if this is for the cup or whether it's for the fixtures for the league. And the people conducting the draw simply could not open the balls to take the pieces of paper out, and so in the end decided to smash all of them to get around the problem. Simple, violent, and effective.
Falta esse lado de cá, já. Falta o lado festa não.
Olha o Raposinho. E ele tá forte o Raposinho, hein, rapaz? Difícil equilibrar assim.
Do you think that's necessary?
In America again, and San Jose's Benjamin Kikanovic scored probably the most surreal goal you're gonna see this month.
Hits the bar. And another shot put on. Espinosa still trying. That one hits the bar. Tapped in.
This is a FIFA glitch. I don't care what anyone says. In Brazil now, and VAR officials appear to have fallen asleep, forgetting that the line for offside actually has to come off the furthest back defender. They clearly forgot about this guy from Sao Paulo here. At Palmeiras, and we've got a slightly suboptimal corner routine. In Ecuador now, and look, listen, bro, all you've got to do is find the winger down the touchline. It's a simple ball down the line. Oh, wow! In Finland, and one first division game ended 1-1 there. The difference here being to the usual match is that both goals were absolute defensive howlers. Algeria's under-18s defeated Spain's under-18s in a Mediterranean competition recently, and Algeria's goalkeeper, whilst time wasting, brought out all the flair. In Brazil again, and Diogo Oliveira here has provided the miss of the week easily. Meanwhile, before we jump into the Sunday League stuff, let's get a feel-good clip here. So it's time for Still 0-0, and you guys know the score by now. This is a segment of the show where I bring to you the best of Sunday League and amateur football. And last week, we were in Africa. This week, we're in Africa again. Sunday League in the UK, of course, isn't happening right now because we're in the off-season. So we're struggling for the traditional, I guess, English clips. That was very Brexit of me, I'm not gonna lie. But just because we're not getting clips in England doesn't mean we're not gonna get good old-fashioned British challenges. I mean, this probably borderlines on vehicular manslaughter charges. On to the weird stuff now. There's the incredible story of two Welsh brothers, Dominic and Damien Broad, who decided to take on the job at a Welsh third-tier side, Pontypridd, after several years of playing Football Manager. They took over the side on the brink of folding, turned up to their first training session to find only 2 players, and earned 2 promotions in 3 years. And it's earned Damien a move to Newport County over in League 2. In Sierra Leone and their Football Association are currently investigating 2 results in their Premier Division of 91-1 and 95-0 this week. How do you even score 95 goals in 90 minutes? And why did they think they could get away with this? Who is looking at that scoreline saying this is a normal episode of Match of the Day? And finally, this is a slightly older one, but it's one that's come to fruition recently. And it's that of an FC Basel fan, Rolf Bantel, who went to support his club Basel at a game at the San Siro versus Inter Milan in 2004. He got lost and separated from the rest of the fans, missed his bus home, and ended up staying in Milan, sleeping on the streets for 11 years. Now, supposedly, he actually enjoyed the freedom of being in Milan. He got offered lots of food by people that were walking past him and stuff. But obviously, eventually, he ended up returning home. But I love the fact that the actual thought process of this guy was, well, I've missed my bus now. I guess I might as well just be homeless. Fair enough, Rolf. I'm glad he's been reunited with his family now, but that's definitely one of the longer away trips you could possibly take. That, though, is going to wrap up football this week, and I hope you have enjoyed it. If you have, then feel free to slap a like on the video, and of course, subscribe if you're new to the channel. You can also follow me on social media. It is at officialfng on Twitter and on Insta. But it's been a pleasure ranting at you guys today. Have a wonderful day, enjoy yourselves, and goodbye.